History isn't always written by the victors. Sometimes it's pieced together from the whispers of the defeated, the fragments of sagas, and the echoes of a final defiant howl. This is the story of the end of the berserkers, the twilight of the bear warriors. As the first millennium turned, a new power swept across Scandinavia, not a wave of raiders or a foreign king, but a faith, Christianity. The old ways, the worship of Odin, and the trance-like fury of the berserker were now seen as pagan heresies. The new Christian kingdoms, seeking to consolidate their power and create unified, lawful societies, had no place for wild, uncontrollable warrior cults. The sagas, our primary window into this era, tell a chilling tale. Laws were enacted across Norway, Iceland, and beyond, specifically outlawing berserkers. Men who once were celebrated as the ultimate warriors were now hunted. The Egil saga tells us that King Eric Bloodaxe declared berserkers outlaws to be killed on sight. To go berserk was no longer a sign of divine favor, but a death sentence. Archaeological evidence supports this dramatic shift. We find fewer and fewer graves with the ritualistic animal totems associated with these warrior cults. The iconic wolf and bear pelts vanish from the record. Instead, we see the rise of organized, disciplined armies fighting in formation under the banner of a Christian king and the cross. The individual, chaotic fury of the berserker was inefficient and terrifying to these new rulers. Imagine the last of them, not in a shield wall, but cornered in a remote fjord or hunted through a dark forest. They weren't just fighting soldiers, they were fighting the tide of history itself. Their last stands weren't glorious battles recorded in song, but desperate, brutal skirmishes against a world that no longer had a place for them. Each fallen berserker was another nail in the coffin of the old Norse world. The last howl of the berserker wasn't one of victory, but of defiance against the inevitable. It was the sound of an age ending, a ferocious tradition being driven into extinction, leaving behind only legends and the enduring mystery of what it truly meant to be a warrior of Odin. The berserker was gone, but the legend would echo through eternity. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the past. If you found this story as fascinating as we do, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into history's most compelling mysteries. See you next time.